challenge of all, of course, is not doing the diagnosis and telling where you stand and where the gaps are. It's taking action. It's making a difference. It's moving the needle and having an impact. Several things that we've found. Different companies do this in different ways. We've published a lot on the best practices that are used by different companies to make a improvement in mission or improvement in involvement, and they can be quite different according to the industry you're in, the company you're in, the stage of evolution. So we have summaries of the best practices that are written up in things that have titles like Levers for Change and Pathways to Performance that try to document what companies do to make performance improvements in any one of these areas. But the main lesson that we've learned from that is that the best chefs don't really ask for the cookbook and the recipe. The most dynamic changes come when a company looks at the combination of strengths and challenges that they have, recognizes that the leaders in the organization are at the center of that, brainstorms around what they've already done. Because, you know, every company is doing hundreds of things to try to make improvements in all areas of this model. And the data have the biggest impact when they set off this discussion about how do we take the next step. We prime the pump, if you will, by case studies and examples, and design the process to walk people through this. But the real insights and the real progress are when the executive team and people on down the line in the organization take hold of the gaps and start to put their own ideas together about how to move forward.
So just to end in the session, last question. So the best way on transforming culture is to define it, then make action plan to develop, let's say, the coherency between the strategy and the culture, and see it to be developed areas, and then make the analysis and the cultural service again to see the improvement.
Right, and to seriously consider that in every organization we build a system, we build a culture, we build a mindset that is at the hearts and minds of the tribe. You know, the corporate tribe that we've brought together and we've nurtured and built over time. The real transformations come when the leaders see themselves at the center of this discussion and realize that it's their principles, their values, their behavior as leaders that is really going to impact the organization.
So Dan, thank you very much. I think it was a great presentation and you find a way to explore the model. The model is simple and is systemic, which I think is the best way to make definition of culture. And to start to talk about culture and to deal with culture, we need to have a definition. I think this is a final key learning of this session. So thank you very much for your presentation, for your sharing with us your knowledge.
Thank you, Marco. Thanks to all of you.